Welcome back to Dollars and Cents for Women. In this module, we'll learn how to get ahead through putting money away in a savings account. Why is saving money an important part of financial management? Saving money helps us meet our short-term and long-term goals. We all have unforeseen emergencies. Having money saved to cover emergencies can bring you a great deal of peace of mind. And we should also be saving money for when we stop working, for our retirement. We know savings is important, but knowing how much to save and how to start can be tricky. First, consider your financial goals. These will help you determine how much you should be saving and when to start saving. A good rule of thumb is to set aside 10 to 20% of your net income for savings. Remember, net income is the amount of an individual's take-home pay after taxes and other deductions have been taken out of a paycheck. Everybody should have a rainy day savings fund to help during emergencies. How much should we have in our rainy day fund? About 6 months worth of expenses. This means a household that has $2,000 worth of expenses each month should aim for an emergency fund that has at least $12,000. This seems like a large amount. Let's talk about how we get started with our savings goal. First, let's talk about two of the main places money can be saved. Money can be saved at home. It's a good idea to keep a small amount of cash on hand for emergency situations. Don't keep more money at home than your homeowner's or renter's insurance will cover during a loss. That's usually about $250. Another place to save money is either a bank or a credit union. There are many advantages to saving your money in a bank or credit union. Let's review some of these advantages. First, banks and credit unions pay you for the use of your money. This is called interest. The interest earned is a percentage rate of how much money you have in the bank. We also call this an interest rate. The longer you keep your money in the bank or credit union, the more money you earn in interest. Let's look at how interest works. Let's say you put $500 into a savings account that has a 3% interest rate. At the end of 1 year, you will have earned $15 in interest on your deposit. The longer you keep your money in the bank, the more money you make. If you kept your money in the bank for 5 years, you will have earned $79 in interest. When you put your money in a savings account in a bank or credit union, it is secured. The Federal Depository Insurance Corporation, FDIC, insures your bank deposits up to $25,000 against loss. Credit unions have a similar protection with the National Credit Union Administration, the NCUA. Make sure you use a financial institution that carries these protections. There are also many savings products that may be appropriate for you to use through a bank or a credit union. You can open a traditional savings account. These accounts have few fees attached and require either low initial deposit or no deposit at all. Traditional savings accounts offer the lowest interest rate for your money. Another account type is a high yield or money market account. With these types of accounts, you start with a higher minimum balance, usually at least $500. You are also restricted with the amount of times you can withdraw money from this type of account each month. You do get a higher interest rate than with a traditional savings account. A certificate of deposit is another popular savings tool. This tool is also called a CD. With a CD, you make a high initial deposit, usually starting at about $1,000. The financial institution will hold this money for you for a fixed period of time, usually a few months to a few years. You don't have access to your savings during that time. You have the least amount of flexibility with the CD, but you generally get a higher interest rate on this product. There are many other types of savings products that you might want to use to meet your goals. Check out the Dollars and Cents module page for information on different types of savings tools that are available to you. Now that we know where to save and we have an idea of how much money to start saving, it's time to talk about how to get your money into a savings account. We recommend 4 ways to start saving. Pay yourself first, use an automatic savings program, consider enrolling in an individual development program, and trim your wants. Let's talk about each recommendation. Pay yourself first. Make saving money one of your financial goals. When we have this as a goal, we are more likely to actually follow through. Allocate money to your savings account before you spend any other money. Do this each time you get paid to create a strong habit. Remember, savings is something that we should do regularly, not just if we have extra money left over. A Utah Individual Development Account. An individual development account is a special type of savings account. With this type of account, the money you saved can be matched on a 3-to-1 ratio and used towards certain purchases like a first home, starting a small business, pursuing higher education, or buying adaptive technology for people with disabilities. There are income eligibility requirements to participate in an IDA, as well as a requirement to participate in financial literacy training. You can review Utah's Individual Development Account Program on the internet at www.uidan.org. Automatic savings programs. Many banks and credit unions offer automatic savings programs. There are 2 common saving options. First, when you use a debit card to make a purchase, the purchase price is rounded up to the next whole dollar and the difference is added automatically to your savings account. Small amounts can add up quickly. The second common option is to set up automatic transfers between your checking account and savings account on a regular basis. This can be done through your bank or credit union's bill pay service as well. The last area we want to talk about is trimming your expenses by trimming your wants. Let's discuss the difference between wants and needs. A need is an essential item required for life. Some examples are food, water, and basic shelter. Wants are unnecessary but desired. These items enhance our quality of life. Some examples include having an MP3 player, having a smartphone, or wearing designer clothes. There's nothing wrong with having a want. We all have them. What's important is that we don't let the wants get in the way of meeting our financial goals. Think about the items you spend money on. How many of these items are wants and not needs? What are some ways you can trim your wants and still have a good quality of life? Share your ideas on the Dollars and Cents discussion forum. Let's review what we've covered in this module. First, savings should be an important part of a smart money management program. Savings helps us prepare to meet long and short-term goals, including retirement. Savings also prepares us for unforeseen emergencies. A savings plan should include emergency cash kept on hand as well as savings in a financial institution. Banks and credit unions are secure places to save money because they are FDIC or NCAU insured. Saving money in bank earns interest. The longer you keep your money in a financial institution, the more money you earn. Start saving today. Pay yourself first. Use an automatic savings tool, enroll in an individual development program, and trim your wants. I hope you found this helpful, and we'll see you next time.